Dear students, so far we are discussing some of the terms in the lesson electricity. In the last class, we have discussed Joule heating law and the formula and what is Joule heating effect. Today, let us see the applications of Joule heating effect. As I told you earlier, Joule heating effect, that means when the source apply the energy to the resistors in the circuit, some amount of the energy is used by the appliances and some are dissipated in the form of heat. It is called Joule heating effect, you know very well. This heating effect is desirable. In which are the cases it is desirable? For example, for ironing the clothes or heating water or in water heater, it is desirable. Is it? Same thing, when you on the switch, the bulb is glowing, here also it is desirable. But in some of the cases, it is not desirable. Let us see it. Even in the electric bulb, when you look inside the electric bulb, there is a filament. Mainly it is made up of tungsten because it has high melting point. When large amount of current passes through it, it will not melt. Here, most of the energy is used by the filament in the form of heat. Only it uses little amount of energy to emit light. Same in the case of electric heater or iron box. There also the filaments are made up of either an alloy or a metal of having high melting point. This is one of the application of Joule heating effect. The next one is fuse. You could have seen fuse in your home. Maybe it is made up of a porcelain. Have you seen why it is made up of? The outside is made up of porcelain means because it prevents us from electric shock. Then always this fuse wire is connected to the circuit in series, not in parallel. Suppose it is an example of fuse. The center, there is a wire. You could have seen there is a wire. It is made up of a metal or alloy of having low melting point. Why they are having low melting point? Because when more amount of current is passing through the circuit, it will melt easily and protects the appliances. Is it? So if the fuse wire is gone, what you are doing? Actually, you are taking a piece of wire and you are tying it with here. Okay, so it is connected in series with the circuit. And there are many kinds of fuse wire is there. Some are 1 ampere, 2 ampere, 3, 5 and 10. 10 ampere fuse wire is used for the appliances like electric heater, iron box. And 1 ampere is for some of the simple appliances like electric bulb and everything. That's why inside that electric meter you could have seen 2 fuse wire. One is connected to the 3 plugged wires and another one is used for some of the appliances like electric bulb and some other minor usable. That means some appliances need little amount of current. Okay, dear ones, these two are the 2 applications of Joule heating effect. So, a fuse is a wire, thin wire made up of a metal of having low melting point. It prevents the circuit when unduly or more amount of current passes through it by melting itself. The next one, now we are going to see that is what is electric power. Okay, what is electric power? Okay, power is denoted by letter P. It is none other than the electrical energy consumed or dissipated in an electric circuit is called power. Already we have discussed in the last class, P is equal to VI, is it? Rate of doing work is also called power. Once again, this is also the rate of consumption of energy. Now the equation P is equal to VI gives the rate at which electrical energy is dissipated or consumed in an electric circuit. Okay, P is equal to VI can be written as in two more ways as P is equal to I square R and P is equal to V squared by R. Here in the first one, in the case of V value is substituted. V is equal to IR, you know. In the place of V, IR is substituted. The formula P is equal to I square R. In the place of I, if you are substituting, the value you are getting is V squared by R. Is it? Using Ohm's law. It is substituted. P is equal to VI. You are getting three formulas for power. Okay. Now, the unit for power is watt. Then unit for volt is, potential difference is volt and current is ampere. So, it can be written as 1 watt is equal to 1 ampere into 1 volt. So, 1 watt is power consumed by a device that carries 1 ampere of current when operated at a potential difference of 1 volt. Okay, dear ones. Watt unit is small unit, so it is converted into kilowatt. So, 1 kilowatt is equal to 1000 watt. Then, electrical energy is the product of power into time. So, E is equal to P into T. Here, in the place of watt, so electrical energy is expressed as 1 kilowatt hour. So, 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 1000 watt into 3600 seconds. So, it can be written as 3.6 into 10 power 6 joule also. So, 1 kilowatt hour is defined as the 1 kilowatt of power is used for 1 hour. Okay, this is the unit of electrical energy. That means kilowatt hour is the unit for electrical energy. Now you have learned some more formulas. One is P is equal to VI and another one P is equal to I square R. Then P is equal to V squared by R. Then E is equal to P into T. We can solve some of the problems based on this formula now. P is equal to VI and energy always it is used in the form of the letter E. It is equal to P into T. So, these two formula you have learned today. Based on it, you can solve your problem. For example, calculate energy consumed when two fans of 600 watt is running for 2 hours for 10 days. Okay, how can we calculate? Let us see. So, as per that one, you have to write the data given is equal to what it is given? Watt is given. So power is given. Unit for power is watt. But it is given 2 fan. So you have to take 2 fan, 2 into 600 watt. So this is 1200 watt. And time is given, it is 2 hours. Then while solving this problem, if the unit is given watt, you have to convert it to kilowatt, because kilowatt hour is the standard unit for energy. So how will you convert watt into kilowatt? You have to divide it by 1000. So 1200 divided by 1000, what will be the answer? It is 1.2 kilowatt. Now you write the formula. E is equal to P into T. So P is 2.2 and T is 2. So now the answer is 2.4. Unit for energy is joule or kilowatt hour. Now another clue, you have to calculate it for 10 days. So what you have to do? Energy consumed for 10 days. So 2.4 into 10. So the answer will be 24 kilowatt hour. Okay, 24 kilowatt hour. Okay, this is the way of calculating if the problem is asked to find out energy consumed. So energy consumed formula is E is equal to P into T. P is equal to VI. Suppose, how will you calculate V? Suppose for example, P is given 40 watt, I is given 2 ampere, calculate potential difference. So you can choose this formula. So how will you write from this formula? V is equal to P by I. Am I right? P is equal to VI. So V is equal to P by I. P is 40. A is 2. So the answer is 20 watt. Power unit is watt. Okay. So far, how many formulas we have discussed in this lesson? Let us see it. I am going to write it. Please note it. First one, I is equal to Q by T. So again, from this formula I can write Q is equal to IT. Again, T is equal to Q by I. Is it? This is first formula. Second one, V is equal to W by Q. So W is equal to V into Q, or Q is equal to W by V. The next is Ohm's law. V is equal to IR. Here also I is equal to V by R, or R is equal to V by I. The next formula is R is equal to rho L by A. From this you can write rho is equal to R A by L. Is it? The next formula, Rs is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. The next one is 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. The next formula, yesterday what we have discussed, that is H is equal to I square RT. From this you can write once again H is equal to VIT also. Then today you have learned P is equal to VI, or V is equal to P by I, or I is equal to P by V. Then the last formula, E is equal to P into T. While calculating energy, if the unit is given watt, you have to convert into kilowatt. Then only you have to substitute in the formula. And also time should be in hour. But for other cases, time is second. These things you have to be very careful. Okay, dear ones. With this, this lesson come to the end.